This is the reason humans invented power tools. Work smart, not hard. Truck graffiti. No, I didn't put that in there. I've never had this panel off in the time that I've owned the truck, so unless somebody else did, somebody on the line put that on. So that's actually pretty funny. Alright, so the director decided to use the sliding rear window. No, this is not Hitchcock's rear window. Use the sliding rear window here as an access point to get a better vantage for the video. She's actually sitting on top of the orange toolbox that I showed everyone in a different video. And so now we're over here, and you can see this is obviously the bare untreated cab wall, and you tap that with your knuckle, you can hear how the rear wall actually doesn't sound like it really moves much at all. I'm kind of wondering if this is really a lot more important than this back here. Well, I already got it ripped all apart, so I'm going to put some on it anyway, but on the other side, which is already basically buttoned up, I put 3 layers of Siless, and just getting ready to cut one here and start installing this one as well. If you all recall what we were talking about earlier, when you're putting this stuff in, it's not really like waterproofing. You don't have to cover every single exact square millimeter to have proper effect. It's more about any large metal surfaces that are flat, that are like drum heads. Because anything that's big and flat in nature will vibrate. It's just a matter of physics. And so what we're doing is just basically making things a little different by cheating physics in a way. We're altering the rules that we're playing with by changing the resonant frequency of the material that we've got in play. And going from there. By the way, these tubes are actually the drains for the sunroof. If anybody was wondering what they were doing, that's what they're for. So they come all the way back here.
What tube?
They come all the way to the rear of the truck here and actually drain all the way down at the floor level. So any water that makes it into the sunroof frame itself has got a pretty long journey before it ends up back outside again. So that's what those are. So you don't want to crimp them or otherwise disturb them, because they're quite important. And you might be doing a recreational Niagara Falls if you get these all messed up. So as you can see, I'm just moving them out of the way, putting the damping behind it without really interfering with the tubes themselves. Alright, so looking at the rear structure of the truck here, this area right here seems to be a single wall. And this right here feels like it's a hat channel double wall. So given that, I'm kind of wondering now at this point how much more effective it is up here, and perhaps concentrating more on this lower area might be more called for. So I'm going to look at it from that perspective and probably proceed adding more material here first, and then see what I've got left, and if it makes sense to keep chasing the rest. So that's where we are right now.
Okay, so I think it sounds different. I hear a deeper rumble than I normally hear.
That could be. Bass frequencies are the ones that travel the farthest, and they're the most difficult to attenuate. So any higher frequencies that might have been coming through the sheet metal and causing resonances with the extra material would have been dampened. It's basically a viscoelastic, if I remember correctly. Anyway, basically what's happening is it's turning noise into heat. It's not going to be something that you can put your hand on that you're actually going to feel, but it's converting one type of energy into another, and with the entropy effect, everything pretty much ends up as heat sometime along the way.
Piezoelectric.
So this is just absorbing the noise which is coming out of the sheet metal and dampening it and getting rid of it by changing its form and then expending it.